Sometimes the right goes out and tries to find ways to offend people on purpose.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
too.
like the alt-right. The alt-right will go out there and try out of their mind to do like a Milo kind of thing, to just try and kind of be a rabble rouser to an extent. But I don't think that's endemic of mainstream right.
I've seen a lot of people say, poor Milo got removed from Twitter just because he's conservative. And that's not true. There are people further to the right than Milo. But Milo's, he was bullying. He was cyber terrorizing that Ghostbusters lady. She was getting some punches in too. Nobody blocked her Twitter.
He was not cyber terrorizing her. That's crazy. But he was.
He posts their picture and he's like fat, ugly, right? As he's going through their fat, ugly, or whatever it is he thought about the cast.
Yeah. And you should be able to do that. And you shouldn't be held accountable for what your fans do. But you should also be smart enough to know, hey, if I tweet this, and based on kind of the it happens with shows like Opie and Anthony, where you make all of your fame on being fucking brutal to people and just making fun of them and insult comedy. And then if you do something that your fans don't like, you can't suddenly be surprised that they come after you with just as much vitriol and fervor, because you've kind of cultivated that environment of like seeking out confrontation and finding it. And so he shouldn't have been surprised, like, oh, I was just tweeting something out, and then my followers happened upon it and started tweeting at her. And it's like, yeah, obviously he's not accountable for the person that tweets, oh, you're a gorilla or whatever awful things they were saying at her. But also, he's not
the ugliest
stupid.
Person. That black lady. Yeah, that is one of the ugliest people that I have ever seen. That is an ugly person.
Some people just don't have any luck with attractiveness. Like, I put her on the same level of attractiveness as, well, I was about to say with Steve Buscemi, but Steve Buscemi is the lowest I've ever seen of anyone. So he's in his own league. But some people just really, I feel bad for him, because you can tell, like, oh God, even if they did everything right with diet and exercise, they still got. You
might be able to find a red carpet picture of her that looks decent, but like, look at her like car insurance commercial. I'm like, oh fuck. Jesus, God. Oh, she looks like a homeless person.
I haven't seen her car insurance commercial.
Looks like a
homeless person, like you said, I guess.
She's not pretty. You're talking about a guy who likes high tea women who says, she's a little mannish. Like
looks like Charles Barkley over there. And Charles, I would rather have sex with Charles Barkley. And I'm imagining he is really packing some heat too. But I would not fuck that ugly woman. She is hideous.
Frequent listeners of the show, have you ever heard me say that some woman was too mannish? Like that?
Never. That's actually a precedent that we have now set. That Woody has said that a woman is too masculine for him to be attracted to her.
But having said that, she doesn't jump out at me as like super duper ugly. Just
does she jump out at you as like, I don't know, blockbuster movie lead? Anything like I don't. She's and I'm not just saying women either. That's why I said person, human being, because like there are very few men that I find as unattractive as this woman. There are that, like you said, Steve Buscemi, but he's got kind of an endearing look to him. Those big blue eyes.
Yeah, but his endearing look is like the same way that like when you see a puppy with 3 legs, you're like, oh, you're doing your best. Like that. That's what I feel like with him. Like nobody actually thinks Steve Buscemi's good looking. He's a very, very, very ugly person.
Yeah,
excellent actor.
He looks a lot like actor. He looks a bit like Gollum.
He does. He has that kind of stretched skin feel about him.
His eye sockets look big.
Buggy eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely up there as far as all-time ugly.